Hey guys, it's Rebecca. So today I am finally filming another booktube video after I don't even know how long. Like I literally think it was like last summer the last time I decided to come back to booktube, and then genuinely I'm just so bad at like organising my time. Like I went back to like second year, I went back to university, and then I just didn't make any more videos again. Like genuinely I was just like overwhelmed with like the amount of work, but I just thought that what's a better chance to come back than now. Like I have loads of time and I just think it's a really good opportunity. But anyway, I will hopefully be making as many videos as possible and just getting back into booktube the way I used to be and back into reading so much. It's just really actually really exciting. So today I'm just going to start with an April wrap up, just talk about all the books obviously that I read in April. I read a total of 5 books, and to be honest I actually really enjoyed all of the books that I actually read this month. I just thought that there was no book that wasn't under 3 stars, or that I thought that there was like a lot of really good qualities about them. So without rambling or anything, I'm just going to talk about the first book that I read in April. So the first book that I finished in April was Wildcard by Marie Lu. I actually started reading this in March, but I finished it like just at the beginning of April, so I thought that it would count. So this is the second book to Warcross. It's a duology, so this is the last one in the series. I'm actually terrible at explaining myself whenever it comes to like reading out synopses and things. I'm just going to read out the synopsis on Goodreads because I think that's way better, because I just can't even organise my thoughts. So the synopsis on Goodreads for Warcross is this. For the millions who log in every day, Warcross isn't just a game, it's a way of life. Young billionaire Hideo Tanaka with an irresistible... Basically, it's a book where it's set in like the future, and there's this billionaire called Hideo Tanaka who's created this virtual game called Warcross, and Amika Chen, the main character that we follow, she is a bounty hunter, and she is a bounty hunter who searches for, but one day Hideo contacts her. Genuinely I thought that the first one was like so much better than Wildcard, but I think I gave this 3.5 or 4 stars. I think I might have given it 4 just for like the sentimental kind of piece of me that loved like Amika and Hideo so much. But I don't know, like this definitely wasn't as good as the first one, and I feel like it has that kind of like middle book syndrome kind of issue that I feel like it would like really benefit from a third book. But like if not, then like whatever. But like I really loved Warcross so much more than this, but it still really was good, and I'm glad that like I continued with it. So the second book that I managed to read in April was the poetry collection North by Seamus Heaney. Obviously Seamus Heaney's an Irish poet, and this was a poetry collection that I had to read for one of my units on my English degree, and I just read this like really quickly, like in a day. It's obviously like really small, but genuinely so good. It deals a lot with Irish history and things like that. It's just like a really beautifully written poetry collection. Like I knew it was going to be good obviously because it's Seamus Heaney and he's amazing, but yeah, I really liked it and I really enjoyed getting to do it like for my degree. Yeah, I gave this 4 stars because it was really good. So the next book that I read in April was a book that I actually don't have with me because I've just lent it to my friend Katie, but I have like the dust cover because like I didn't want anything happening to my dust cover, so I kept it. But it's Children of Virtue and Vengeance by Tommy Adeyemi, obviously like the second book to Children of Blood and Bone. I won't hold that up because yeah, it's just weird. I absolutely loved it. Like I didn't like it as much as Children of Blood and Bone, but like I still loved it, and I still like loved being in that world. I can't remember how many stars I gave it. I'll actually check because I can't remember how many I gave it. Yeah, so on Goodreads I've given Children of Virtue and Vengeance 5 stars, but genuinely I think it would be like more of like a 4.5 because I thought it was like too good to be a 4 because I love the characters so much, and I think like Tommy Adeyemi is like an incredible writer. I definitely think it was like too good for 4, but like there was just something like that wasn't full enough, if that makes any sense, for it to be like a 5 star the way Children of Blood and Bone was. Like I just think that like the characters could be incredibly frustrating at times, and like it felt like as if it was pushing in this direction of like the plot that I wasn't really happy with, and like it would just take a million years. Like I think it dragged out. I think that's what kind of took it away, but in reality I actually really enjoyed it like the whole way through. I absolutely loved it. I'm really excited for the third one, so I actually can't wait for it to come out. So the next book that I finished in April is Moby Dick by Herman Melville. Obviously this is an absolutely massive book, and I am genuinely so proud of myself for even finishing this in my lifetime. It's genuinely like such an achievement, I'm not even gonna lie, because it's such a dense book and it requires like so much concentration. Basically the plot is just that there's the character Ishmael that we follow. He decides to go on a whaling voyage, and the captain wants to get revenge on this white whale that is known as Moby Dick, and that's who they try to hunt down basically the whole time, and you just have to wait and see if they manage to catch him. I gave this book 3 stars because the first 100 pages are like amazing, and the last couple of pages are really good too, and it's beautifully written and like so well crafted, and it's really amazing to be able to go back through it and analyse it, but the actual reading experience isn't that good. Like since I'm deciding to do my essay on this that I have to submit in a couple of weeks, I obviously have to go back and like have like online seminars and everything on it right now, and it's a really entertaining to go back and pick through it bit by bit, but like it's not entertaining. But I'm glad that I read it, because I'm glad that I was like forced to read it, because 100% if I was to like try and read this myself I would have definitely put it down, because the middle is basically just describing whales' bones and heads and things, and like for like 300 pages, and it's a bit painful, but overall in such a weird way it's really good, and there's like a lot you can get out of it. But anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. So the last book that I read is literally one that I finished yesterday, and that is Throne of Glass by Sarah J Maas. Obviously I don't have to give a synopsis for this because everybody has read this, literally everybody on their dog, so there's no point in me even describing what it's about, but this is my first time reading it. I've never read anything by Sarah J Maas before, and this has been on my shelf for years and years and years and years, literally since it was like first like starting to be hyped up and everything on BookTube. I got it then just to have it, then decided I'm never going to read that, it's no interest in me. But like recently I've just really been into reading fantasy and things. I just wanted to give it a go to see what it's like, and I genuinely loved it. Like I wasn't expecting to like it so much. I have like some tabs at the start where I was like, okay, this is like questionable, like the writing style was a little bit questionable and babyish almost, I find, but I got used to it and like started to like understand what kind of why it was written that way, and it suited, like the writing style suited the story. I don't know if I just stopped noticing it or I thought it got better like throughout. The writing style was just like less cringy as it went on, so I want to see if I'm one of those people that likes the books more as they go on, or if I think that they get worse, because I know that I've definitely heard that a lot of people think that they get worse, but I don't know because I haven't read them. So definitely I want to start Crown of Midnight, I think that's the second one. And yeah, I gave this 4 stars because, as I said, like the writing style was a bit cringy at times. Overall, like I really loved it, and I read it really quickly actually. It's actually just so easy to read and so entertaining and like so gripping, and I just love the characters, and yeah, I'm just really excited to see what happens, to be honest. So that's all for this video. Hope that I wasn't too rambly, because it's like genuinely so hard trying to get back into filming and just trying to get back into like talking to a camera and things. But I'm so glad to be back, and I can't wait to hear what you all say in the comments, and I can't wait to get watching everybody's videos again. Well, I have been recently, I've been starting to like come back a little bit to BookTube in general, but yeah, I'm so excited to be back, and hopefully this video was good enough even though like I haven't filmed in so long. But that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, then please give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe if you haven't already to my channel. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.